Reflective practice will continue to evolve. There's no stopping reflective practice and no stopping change in teaching and learning. And so what this requires of the reflective practitioner are particular capacities to continually update their knowledge and to extend their knowledge. It also requires the reflective practitioner to be adaptable, to be able to adapt to change as it occurs. And it also requires the reflective practitioner to not only reinvent the practice of the profession, but also maybe even to reinvent the professions themselves and create new ones. So how can we fit reflective practice and the role of the reflective practitioner into this emerging and ever-changing professional environment? Well, we can link this back to traditional skills in teaching. And the skills for teaching are important, and even for the reflective practitioner in this ever-changing environment, these skills are becoming increasingly significant for us. The first skill that we can consider is commitment. Essentially, the reflective practitioner needs to be committed to the work of the profession and to the education of young people. The responsibility here lies with the teacher, and this is a huge responsibility for the modern world because the teacher needs to be constantly aware of the way the world is evolving and their students' place in the future. And therefore, commitment is a key skill that the teacher, the reflective practitioner, needs to bring to the new evolving environment. Another skill is preparation for teaching. There used to be a time in the past when good teaching was about having the right temperament, the right approach. But in the modern world, it's important that reflective practitioners are finding a way to work with students in very professional and very structured, ordered ways. And therefore, this requires that teachers are engaging in training, in education as professionals. Another key skill is preparation, and this is a requirement of all education levels now, simply in order to improve society. The idea of preparation for teaching is that we're not just blindly walking into the classroom and telling students what we know, but we're actually working with the content of curricula, working in context and working with diverse students in ways which not only prepare them for society, but actually help to improve society. And it's through this that the teacher needs to be prepared for helping the students move to higher levels of study. And what this means is that there's a particular mindset that the teacher needs to have in order to help students fit into this ever-changing, adapting role that they have. Another skill of the reflective practitioner is organisation, good planning, good preparation of lessons and whole courses in advance of teaching them to the students is a key factor in the success in the modern classroom. It's very important that the reflective practitioner organises their lessons properly and allocates time to cover the content entirely. Another key skill is tolerance. In the modern world, teachers are working with ever diversifying groups of students, and society is becoming much more differentiated. And therefore teachers need to be able to manage this differentiation and also be aware of perhaps their own prejudices in relation to working with this diversity. And therefore that requires a certain tolerance in terms of treating all students equally. And clearly we can see that the reflective practitioner, without bias, is not favouring some students in relation to others. And this is very important for students simply because the world is opening up, and therefore the reflective practitioner needs to provide an environment where students can openly engage in discussion, sharing ideas and making decisions, identifying understandings around various topics for themselves. And another skill which will emerge more and more over time, it's already started to emerge, is the teacher's ability for storytelling. One of the best ways to teach is to transfer ideas through stories and through the telling of stories. And teachers have been using this method for centuries. And teaching a lesson by incorporating some sort of thematic approach, some sort of storytelling, is a fantastic skill that the teacher can develop, that the reflective practitioner can develop to apply in their teaching. And the skill of questioning, especially open questioning rather than closed questioning, having discussions in the classroom and having students collaborate in class are essential for encouraging them and helping them develop skills for the modern era. And the reflective practitioner needs to implement new teaching strategies to engage in this discussion and open questioning and collaboration. And teachers must be able to respond to students and especially be in a comfortable situation to allow students to ask questions and to answer questions from students. And so modern teachers then, reflective practitioners, are people who have good listening skills, and they're teachers who can listen to students' questions and answer them honestly, and even help students find the answers for themselves, and thereby encourage the students, provide students with opportunities to develop curiosity in order to find answers for themselves.